Hi, I'm Dr. Galili with Regenerative Medicine LA. I want to introduce everyone to Mike, who came to see me a few months ago. What's going on, Mike?
Dr. G.
All right, man, my brother.
Pleasure.
All right. So, Mike, just tell everyone, give everyone a heads up of your story and, share it with the world.
Sure. I went to Kenya, Africa in January of 2017. Before my trip, I took 4 vaccines. During the trip, I was taking Malarone, which is a daily anti-malaria pill. And when I came home, I was advised by my doctor, not Dr. Galili, to take ciprofloxacin if I had any traveler's diarrhea, which I did, and I immediately took. I ate very liberally in Kenya, and I did have a very upset stomach. Prior to taking Cipro, I felt fine coming home. The second day I got off the ciprofloxacin, which was 500 milligrams a day for 5 days, my body completely erupted neurologically, and my gastrointestinal tract completely went off the cliff. My symptoms were tinnitus, severe anxiety. I lost 15 pounds. I've always been a very active person. I'm a yoga teacher. I'm in the weight room all the time. I play a lot of sports. My energy was reduced to 0. I felt like a husk of a man. I was scared. I was terrified with the anxiety that I've never really experienced before. Never really had an issue with anxiety. My other symptoms were a lot of body jerks, a lot of brain squeezing, which is one of the scariest things. I had neurotoxicity caused from being floxed from the ciprofloxacin. I had very bad tingling in my fingers and my legs, and all these fascinations of just large body jerks. Felt like my brain was getting electrocuted, big shocks. Very horrible experience, to the point that I didn't want to live. I literally, for 10 months, thought of suicide. Then I saw Dr. Galili's videos. He went through the same thing, so I called him. I went to see him, and immediately he began to treat me. Natural treatments, very common sense treatments. He gave me a list of supplements to take, and right away I went on his protocol. I came in for some IVs. One example is phospholipids are in his IVs. Immediately I began to feel better. I began to feel like the window of my symptoms started to shrink, and I started to heal. What I found was with any neurological insult, it takes time. You gotta have fortitude. But with Dr. Galili's direct experience guiding me through this, when I began to feel a little bit of healing, it's very inspirational that knowing the protocol is working. My weight came back on, which was the first thing. My endurance has now increased. My other symptoms are still there, but the window's starting to close. I just had some oral surgery done. I had 2 root canals removed. Dr. Galili has had coordinated calls with my dentist. And the great thing is he has networked with other professionals I've worked with. So it's been a collaborative experience. And I can say from his direct experience of being floxed and being able to share that with what he went through and how he cured himself, his knowledge and expertise is personal, and that's a very big deal. So, and he's a very lovable, very unique, authentic guy.
Thank you, my brother.
So,
do you want to tell people what the pathology report showed on your root canal teeth?
The pathology reports were to the extreme toxic side. Many, I can't even name them because they're just, I didn't take Latin in college, but there were about 15 bacteria. I had decayed bone. My dentist said you needed to have these out and start to lighten the load for my immune system to come back. So it's just really the awareness of maybe why this happened in the first place, which had to do with enzymes and genetic reasons, and maybe we all have susceptibility to different toxicity levels, and my level was definitely overfilled, so I reacted. And it's very common with today's toxic levels in our water, our air, our food, our soil's depleted. These things are going to happen. The FDA just put a black box warning on this class of drugs, so it's something to be very aware of. It's real. I've always been very strong. I've never really thought so much going through life, just to be healthy and have physical prowess until this happened to me. So I'm on the road to recovery, and I'm very, very happy at this present moment that I am recovering.
And Mike, how much % recovery would you think you made from the first day you came to see us?
I would say 75.
Amazing.
Like I said, my window is just shrinking. It's going like this. And keep in mind, you have to have faith. A neurological insult takes a long time. Neurons take a long time to regenerate.
Mm-hmm.
Your body takes a long time to settle. But these supplements I've been taking, the synergies between all the supplements that Dr. Galili's devised, they work. And then you just have to have peace of mind that you're healing.
I'm like, show everyone what you got.
So yeah, it's coming
Oh,
back,
man.
slowly
There
but
you
surely.
go.
We're getting back in the
My
game.
brother.
All right.
You, man.
Thank you.